sorry about that, it cut out. We'll just continue. I'll just continue from here. We'll just attach it. I'll make it seamless somehow. Anyways, so if you don't know what I've been grabbing at and pulling at, these were all empty. And I'm just going to go ahead and put my little screw set in here, and look at that. I'm ready to go. Like I said, this was my, this is actually painter's, like an art painting, like painting, pictures on a canvas. This is where brushes would go, but I'm going to use this for tools. This is what I've been using. So anyways, so now I'm set up, so I don't have to. Eventually I'm going to get myself a belt maybe, but this is good for now. Good for now. Okay, so we're just going to drain this thing, and let's see, what are we going to drain it with? Okay, so here's what I got. So I do got some oil. I should probably buy the larger one. Here's the oil for the compressor, and this is my little drain. I just cut the bottom of this, and it's a drain, and then I'll unscrew it to put it into my oil pan here. I don't know if you can see that oil pan, and use it for my motor oil. So I'll just dump it all in there. Have to take it to the auto place to get it recycled, but and just to let you know, there's companies out there they'll pay for that waste oil, and they recycle it and make money off that stuff. So, but the problem is you need a lot of oil, and well, it's just for the average person, it's unpractical. For maybe a business, it could be, especially an oil change business. So don't ever pay to dispose your oil. That's my point. You don't need to. If you are, you're getting ripped off, and you think the recycling business is full of a bunch of friendly people. It's not. They're most common, especially the larger companies. They're a bunch of thieves in some cases, price gougers. So that's my 2 cents I'm gonna put in there. Anyways, let's just drain the oil. So let me see. Okay. All right. I'm just trying to move around so I know that you can see all this. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up so the air can flow and it can drain out a little quicker and better. I'm sure it'll still work, but I just want to make sure that it drains faster, quicker. And try to keep that cap clean too. And so it's just unscrewing it. That's all it is. That's all you're really doing, is just unscrewing this. You're unscrewing it and then just letting it drain out. And so here's what I do. I just have this ready. It's kind of probably just in case you spill some oil. It's probably a really good idea to have an oil rag with you, because whatever reason, just be prepared. And it's good to wipe stuff, so you're gonna be wiping stuff, so you'll have some oil on you, no doubt about that. So I'm just gonna go ahead. Let's just get it going here first. There we go. I'm just gonna go ahead and get it going here, and hopefully you're able to see all this. Okay, I got it going so far. Very good. Okay, just want to make sure that you're able to see all this. I'm just moving the camera around so you're not missing any action here. There it is. And there you go. So let me see if you can see any of the any shavings come out. Maybe, maybe not. I can see some metal shavings come out, little small ones. That's what's in here. You got some metal shavings in here. Let's put you back in the holster here. So what I do is I'll tip it over. The foot's on this side. I'll just tip it, and then there you go. You see some oil flowing. See the oil flowing a lot better now. And you know, I just want to get that part of the oil out, because that's probably going to have a lot of the shavings in there. So there you go. Hopefully you're seeing all this. If you're not, just let me try to back up a little, get you a better angle here. How's that? Is that a little bit better? Hopefully that's a little bit better for y'all. I'll just wait until it starts dripping, and then that should be enough. Okay. So just get my rag here. Just wipe it real quick. Still some coming out here, but it's not that bad. And then I'm going to go ahead and just plug it back up here with the screw. Should be able to just plug right and screw right back in there. Oh, sorry if you're not able to see that. Is that a little bit better? I hope so. And screw it again anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Make sure it's wiped. Cleaning the surface there. Alright, and if you want to know what the oil looks like, there it is. So it's kind of dirty. So as you see, it's dirty here. Let me see. There we go. That's okay. So you see it's dirty, and it's probably been, they probably ran it with this much oil just to test it. I would suspect. And so that's what's in here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just dump it, because that will have a lot of the shavings, some metal shavings in there. In fact, you can probably see some of the little metal flakes shining through. I don't know if you can see that or not, but anyways, so you get that dumped out, and so now that this is open there, let's see what I can just wipe off the inside here a little bit. Make sure it's clean. Sorry. I'm sure you're all seeing that. And that's kind of what it looks on the inside. I don't know if you can get a flashlight in there or not. Should be one right here. Yeah. Okay, so let's get a flashlight and see if we can see anything. And it's pretty bone dry now. If you all can see that now. So it's dry. So there's a little bit of oil, but that's alright. It doesn't matter because I'm going to flush it out again, just to make it smooth. This is not even enough oil to fill it, in my opinion, but just to be safe, because you know, these, as cheap as this thing is, it's still quite a bit of money for you to put in. So, you know, at least you can make sure it works. Works really good too. So, you know, put a little bit of time into it, and then it's, you know, this thing should last quite a bit. If not, you can go ahead and buy the warranty on this. So. Keep missing the shirt here. So let's get the oil on. Oil. This is oil. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. Let me see if I can remember how I did this last time. I don't have a funnel, so I'm gonna have to be a little creative here in making a funnel of some kind. Let me see here. Since I don't have a funnel, what can I do? Oh, this is where it gets really interesting. Oh, we don't have a funnel, so let's make a funnel. Yeah, well, I like to keep it clean. Alright, I'm just going to rough it. I'm just going to have to be careful. I got a rag here, so, and I got a rag, so I think it'll work. I'm just going to cut it in a way that, so instead of opening this thing up here, if you can see that, yeah, okay, instead of opening this thing up, I'm just going to cut a little hole in here and then squeeze it out into that to the opening for the oil. So I'm just going to do that. Let me see here. It's going to cut a little triangle. There we go. Yeah, so cut a little triangle, maybe a little hole in here just to get it going. So let's see if that works. It's not like it's hard to reach. If it was a little hard to reach, I'd probably really want a funnel. And so let's detach you guys so you can get a better view. See if this really works. It'd be interesting if it does. So let's see here. Try to get at a good angle here. So let's see if the oil flows. Yep, there it is. There you go. Oil's flowing. And here's what I'm going to do with this. I'm just going to fill it up with this oil that came with it, because really it does say it doesn't come with oil, but it kind of does. But this is not enough for you to run the compressor. And matter of fact, here I'm just going to go ahead and put all this oil in, and we'll see if it fills up. And it probably doesn't fill it up, but this is, I think, just mainly for draining purposes. Drain that oil out, but let's see. Yeah, I mean, I know it can go a little faster if I had a funnel, or I just pour it in. I mean, you guys can do whatever you want to do. I just want to be very careful. I don't want oil on this, and then, you know, it just kind of looks bad. But it's going, see? It's flowing at a controllable rate that I can, you know, put in there. But you all can go ahead and rip this thing out and just start pouring if you want. If you have a funnel, that's even better. But the bottle is squeezable, soft, so you can squeeze, it can be squeezed out. It's almost done. I'm hoping you're all able to see this. And again, if you can't, I apologize. But I'm pretty sure you're seeing this. There you go. Oh, doesn't really matter. There you go. Oh, I did spill an oil, damn it. I was going to do it without spilling any oil. That's alright. That's alright. So if you do spill oil, that's where you got the rag. It's kind of like, you know, when you got the toilet seat down, and I'm sure if you're all married or you all live with a woman or have girlfriends, they always tell you to put that toilet seat up. But, you know, you don't really want to because you're too lazy to lift it up, or it's kind of gross touching it. So you go ahead and you pee with the toilet seat down, and, you know, everything's going right in the middle. I mean, it's a big enough hole. Your pee is like really small, that stream, and you know, right towards the end, you know, it's all dry, and right towards the end, you get that one little drop on it, and then, you know, you just know you're gonna get hell for it. So it's kind of like that kind of feeling, you know. Anyways, there it is, and you can see I just put all the oil in there, and it does not. It goes to the bottom, and the instructions manual call for it to be in the middle. So it's low. If you absolutely don't have any oil, then yeah, you can still run this because it'll still run. I mean, it's not like it's not gonna run. So yeah, it'll still go. There we go. Put this back on. It'll run and it will go. There's no doubt about that. You know, it'll do the job. So But that's kind of where the level it's at. I'll even, let me just tilt it a little bit, make sure that it's correct on that level. So I'm just tilting it so it just make sure the oil gets to where it needs to be. If I tilt it this way, you can see it filling up, and then tilt it back down, it drains out. So tilt it back up. So let's see what happens now. Does it feel? See, it's even it's below that level, and you want it in the middle. You definitely don't want to overfill it, but obviously, if you look at the diagram here, of course, sometimes you can't trust these diagrams, but this manual is pretty good with his instructions here. So it's pretty, I think it's pretty reliable. So I'm looking at this, and it is, you know, it is low. It's just kind of right below that red circle. And anyways, if you run this for a while, the oil's gonna burn out a little bit. Even it'll just burn out a little bit, and it'll even get lower. So I guess for this much oil, I'll just run it. It has oil in it, so let's see if we can knock off any of the metal shavings that are in there, and let's see what happens here. So let's just go ahead and unplug all this. And, this is an extension cord. I'm just using it here. I'd recommend you plug this directly into the wall. This cable is very thick, and you got to take off the sticker here. And then even tells you add oil. You know, they even give you a bottle of oil just in case if you didn't buy any oil, just to, if you're so eager to use it. But please buy oil when you go to the store. Not a little bit of oil, at least. You know, let me see how much oil is required. You know, at least this much. You're going to use at least half of this. 16 floral ounces, so 16 ounces. You're going to use at least half. I'll probably use this whole thing to fill it up, you know, versus, you can see the bottle, the difference here. So that's kind of what's going on here. So let's plug this in after I remove this. Excuse me. Let me see where my hand is. Okay, you're able to see this right about here. So I'm just trying to be, you know, gentle with this, because I might return it if it doesn't work, if it's that crappy. Okay. Got a little sticky piece right here. Don't want that in my plug. Okay. Alright, so looks good to go. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in right here in this, that slot right there. So that's good to go, and I'm not going to turn it on a lot. I'm just going to turn on just a little bit, just to knock off any metal shavings on here that's in that pump. So let's see. Okay, so here's the part. A little warning. It says stop. Oil required. So we got oil in there, and we're going to flush that out anyway. But you know, this is a very sticky sticker, so that's kind of why I'm trying to be cautious with it as much as I can. Okay, we got it. We got it. Okay, let's see if I can pull it out from down here. Oh, anyways, there it is. So there's the pump. We'll just go ahead and just take this off for as much as we can, because we got it. We understand. Okay. So, okay, sure. That's down. It has a quick coupler on it, so you don't have to worry about the air just blowing out. It comes with it, which is good. And so that's and just I'm gonna go ahead and put my earmuffs on, because I think it does get kind of loud. I like these earmuffs a lot. I mean, you can put them have it on top. You can actually have it go on the back of your neck, or you could hold it in front or the bottom of your chin going this way. Depends if you have a face shield or face mask or a hat or whatever. But I'm going to put it on this way. Alright. It is a little loud. You'll see how loud it gets here. Let's see what happens. I'm going to make sure. I have the oil, which is the most important thing. The air filter, air filter is on. So let's do this. Nope. Maybe there's not enough power. It is a very long extension cord, and it requires a lot of power. So that could be one thing. So I'll give it one more try. There is a reset button. There it is. There is a reset button right here. Okay, we'll try it one more time. We'll see how it goes. Nope. Okay. Alright, well. Alright. So we have a false start here. I'm going to go ahead and take it directly to the outlet. So that could be the other reason. It does require a lot of power. So I'm going to move all this debris out of the way now, which is alright. It needed to be done that way. Scrap pieces here. So if you're thinking this is it is a pretty strong motor, it requires a lot of power, probably a 120 volt 20 amp. So if you don't have that, it may not work. So let's get it going here. Sticker's starting to fall off here. Okay. Alright. So we'll just wheel it over to the power outlet directly. I'm at the edge right here with this thing. It won't let me go through. There we go. Okay. Okay. That should be close enough to get it out. Get it out there. There is an outlet. There's an outlet right there. So there's the outlet. Let's put it in there. The extension cord is probably not, the wire is probably not big enough. This is, let's see what the wire, I think it was a 14 gauge wire here. So, okay, now let's get it going. Okay, it turns on, it runs. You just need to plug it directly into that wall socket. Like I said, with the 20 amp on it. So I'm going to roll it back out here. If there's any water that's going to come out. And here's the release valve for any water to come out. You can see that. So there's nothing came out of there. So I'm just going to try to just get all the rest of the air out. So, okay, got the rest of that out there. Just gonna try to turn it in so you get better lighting. And so I'm gonna go ahead and just drain that oil now. And just get rid of that oil there and put in the new one. I just feel a little bit more comfortable that way, knowing that all the metal shavings out. And so anyways, back in the holster you go, or back onto my chest here. And we're going to do this all over again. Yay. Isn't that what y'all been waiting to do? Just do this all over again. I'm going to go ahead and open this up so I could have some airflow going through. So you've probably seen this before. I mean, you can skip a little bit. Feel free to do that or watch it again. Oh. All right, there it goes. And again, I'll just tilt it up a little bit so I can get it flowing here. It does take some time. So I don't know if you're able to see that. At least the oil's a little bit cleaner. This may be a little overkill, but I just want to make sure, you know, that that'll work and it'll last. And I don't really feel like returning things a lot. Although you can, I mean, you do have at least a 90-day warranty on this, but you know, I want it to last more than 90 days. So okay, looks like it's draining out pretty good. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's emptying out. Anyway, this is kind of what I do, just to make sure that that it's, you know, cleaned out, flushed out pretty good. Because if you couldn't see it, if you ever get yours, you'll see that the little bit of oil that's in there, when you drain that out, you'll see little shiny flakes coming out of there, and you know, that's kind of not what you want. You don't want your metal flakes to be running in there on your pump, on your gears and everything. So so just let it flow out here as much as possible, and we'll go ahead and refill it with oil again. Oh, my little daughter is starting to cry and whine. She's such a baby. She needs to grow up. Anyways, alright. I just want to make sure I drain out all that oil. Alright, well, I think that's good enough. If you want to be more exact, you can. Feel free to do so. So I'm just going to go ahead and just get the screwdriver here and the screw on it. Just plug up that hole now. Try not to drop your screw in there. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah. Put this back on here. Dropping oil. There we go. Alright, let's tighten that up now. Alright, I'm going to tighten this up. Good. So so there's no oil. Oil's not going to be leaking out of this thing. Okay. And then, if you're curious to see what the oil looked like, there it is. That's the oil right there. It's a little bit clearer. That's how much of it. So that's how much of, if you look at this bottle and you look at that bottle, that's about the same size. And then, so this is how much oil really came out from this. There's probably still some in there, but still, that's how much oil is in here. If you look at this bottle and you look at the oil that I purchased to fill it, they're about the same size, and I'm probably going to use a lot of this here, this oil here, and you'll realize it's not enough oil. The oil that they give you is not enough to adequately fill that tank. I think it's just there to flush out whatever debris that's in there. So let's go ahead and dump this out. And so I'm done with this. I don't need this anymore. So I'm just going to leave it out here to just drip out. So now hopefully if I was smart, I probably did the same thing I did with this, making a little hole with this oil, with this container. But sometimes, you know, I'm not that smart. So, but let's see what happens. Not too bad. I did the same thing, but it's a little bit bigger, but that's alright. I think I can still make it work. That's the point. So, again, take this out. And then open this up up here. Okay. And we should be able to just simply pour it in. It looks a little oily at the top, so I'm just going to wipe it off a little. When I'm pouring it down, I don't want that excess oil to drip down. There we go. See, I think it'll still work. Yeah, there we go. This is a little bigger, so it should go faster. Excellent. Excellent. So it's flowing. So when you're doing this, you gotta, while you're doing that, you also gotta watch this. And I know it looks like it's getting full right there, and you're like, wow, okay, I'm done. But if you stop, you gotta let it drain out, and you're seeing that it's slowly draining down away. So don't think you're done just because you poured it in there. Let the oil flow down, and you'll see that you're nowhere near done. So watch out for that, just to let you know. Give it some time to let it flow. So like I said, it's probably going to take most of what I have here, and you see it looks like it really looks like I'm almost done right there. So if I stop, let the oil drain down, give it some time. You might even have to tip it a little bit, tip it around, move it. So tip it forward a little, let it get in there, tip it back, and then if it stays in the middle, that pretty much means you're almost done. And that kind of looks good to me. I feel satisfied at that level. Of course, I'll just want to make sure. Just give it a good shaking. Make sure at least any air bubbles that might be in there. And okay, I'm satisfied with that level. I don't know if you can see that. I can take you out of the holster here, so make sure I verify you're seeing that. There we go. And if you want to know how much oil I had left, there it is. So I could probably refill, do another change out one more time. So there you go. So let's get a better view. I just want to make sure you're all able to see that. There you go. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied at that level. I could always put more in, but one thing you don't want to do is just overfill it. Okay. So now that I'm happy with that, let me wipe this clean. Okay. Clean there. I'll leave that sticker on. I like to be reminded that I gotta add oil in here. So, and use compressor oil. Don't use your engine oil on this. Okay, and Excellent. Let's go run it. What I'm gonna do is a couple things I can do. I can put a blower in here, and you're supposed to let it run. That's your break-in time. Let the air flow for about half an hour. I'll go ahead and do that. Let me see if I do have something there, and you could just tie it up. I'm running low on the battery, so that's why I'm trying to hurry, because I want to end this, conclude it, while showing you that the break-in. Let me see here. Excellent. I think I got some zip ties. Okay, I do have some zip ties. I just need one. So the other thing is, if you don't have one of these, you could use the drain valve, open that up and let it run, I guess. But just want to make sure that oh, doing good, thanks.